A Wildman! Wildman! Wildman!
Greetings and salutations, Papi!
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yes, so this Papi and the Wildman is going to be about All Elite Wrestling.
But before we start, tomorrow, Henry, the hurricane is going to hit us.
Yeah, we can make another video about the hurricane. Let's make this video about wrestling because...
Good call. Very good call.
Because right now, the hottest topic in wrestling is CM Punk.
Topic.
Maybe they'll put CM Punk's t-shirts in Hot Topic and maybe we could buy it. But right now, the hottest topic in wrestling is CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
He debuted last night in Chicago during All Elite Wrestling's Rampage. He came out, the crowd was going crazy. It was a tremendous ovation, and CM Punk went out there and rock and rolled.
Hey, and you know what? When was the last time he was in the ring?
It's been like 7 years. CM Punk hasn't been in a wrestling ring in about 7 years since he walked out of WWE. I know there was bad blood between WWE and CM Punk, and I mean it looked like CM Punk would never step foot in a wrestling ring again. To our surprise, I don't know how much Tony Khan is paying him, but it seems like he got the right offer when it comes to moo, and CM Punk stepped out of retirement and he's rock and rolling.
Hey, that's good. I mean, CM Punk was always a major wrestling star. He was always a fan favorite. So I think this is going to be a very good move for AEW to bring them to the to bring him into their company. This
is a game-changing acquisition. Rumor is Daniel Bryan is acquired too, but this is a game-changing acquisition. I mean, some people are saying A-list talent, so like A-list actors like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are great in The Miz. But you need a writing team. It's not just on-screen talent. If you can have A-list actors, but if they're starring in Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill, I mean, you need good writers too. But obviously, getting A-list actors is great.
Or The Parents.
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents.
Okay. Grown Ups, I think, was the movie you were thinking about.
Yes. Yep.
One great thing about CM Punk's promo last night was it came across honest and real. I know, like, if you look at WWE's characters, like Roman Reigns, John Cena, their promos are scripted. They're almost phony. They're safe, and, it's kind of like a children's show. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, correct. I mean, it's too a script, or it's too played out, whereas I guess the AEW gives more latitude, and it seems like more of a real product.
Right. You kind of felt like CM Punk was speaking from the heart. He was being honest. He wasn't playing a character. And even take Paul Heyman, for example. In years past, especially ECW Paul Heyman, but even in WWE, you felt like Paul Heyman was capable of cutting a real, vicious, honest promo. Cutting a shoot promo, as they call it. But lately, he would cut the same scripted Brock Lesnar promo week after week. He kind of lost his edge. He lost his fire. It begs the question, is Paul Heyman even capable of cutting a real promo anymore, or has the WWE killed him? If I was Paul Heyman, here's what I would do. I would quit WWE, and I would join, CM Punk and All Elite Wrestling for the creative freedom, because, I mean, there's... Okay, so, a lot of people say WWE is appealing to a younger demographic. There's nothing wrong with children's entertainment, but if you look at a character like Alexa Bliss, it's children's horror, and if I was 10 years old, I would like the character. I'd be like, oh, Alexa Bliss, she's crazy, she has the little doll, and, I would probably love the character. But the reason CM Punk's debut was so cool is because he's almost, his character isn't child-friendly. He's performing for, people in their late teens, early 20s, and adults. CM Punk is a straight shooter, an honest talker. In an age where, all the characters seem phony and scripted, like Roman Reigns, John Cena, pretty much everybody in the WWE, CM Punk's a breath of fresh air because he's real, he's honest. You feel like, you know, Phil Brooks, the guy behind the character, is actually talking to you. You don't feel like you're like a commercial, manufactured, like, phony gimmick.
Exactly. Yeah, that's correct, and that's why the fans love his character. I mean, the fans love CM Punk because he is real.
Even his WWE persona, like I remember the pipe bomb in 2011, where he sat down in the ring and he cut a promo. A lot of people think that was real, and he was saying things that were honest and real. But I think a lot of that was WWE scripted, where WWE was kind of giving him, they were saying you could say certain things, but obviously WWE was clipping his wings to an extent.
Probably.
Yeah. So I think. Oh, and speaking of another thing, Roman Reigns, was trying to say that CM Punk was not much of a draw. He's as big of a star as CM Punk. CM Punk never moved the needle, in terms of ratings and merchandise sales. I think, and granted, that was probably WWE telling him to say that to put down CM Punk. But in my opinion, last night, CM Punk showed what a tremendous talent he was. CM Punk showed that he has more talent, better promo ability than Roman Reigns has. CM Punk proved that he could be an iconic, larger-than-life star, where Roman Reigns, they're almost trying too hard with him. He just doesn't have it. I mean, he's not on the same level as like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Rock, John Cena. No matter how much they try to make you think he is, he's just not. Where CM Punk actually might be on that level. His promo ability is that good.
What's going to be interesting too is, like this morning, it's Saturday morning, the wrestling forums, the wrestling talk show on Sirius Radio, and it's all CM Punk. I mean, this is everybody wants to just talk about what happened last night, his return to the ring.
And tomorrow night, tonight or tomorrow night.
But now, tonight is the WWE's main pay-per-view, or the second biggest one, SummerSlam, and it's going to be very interesting to see if they...
at SummerSlam tonight, it's going to be John Cena versus Roman Reigns. These are the two biggest stars in wrestling today. And all people are talking about, not this big, big fight feel matchup. All people are talking about is CM Punk. And, if that's all people are talking about this weekend. CM Punk's return to wrestling, CM Punk's pipe bomb of a promo. And, he's going to outshine John Cena versus Roman Reigns, the biggest matchup that WWE could possibly put on. And it goes to show CM Punk does move the needle. CM Punk is a bigger star than Roman Reigns.
Right, and Cena now, he's out in major movies, so he's a big star in that respect. So he's got a lot of fan support behind him now, but CM Punk just blew them right out of the water.
Yes, he did, and he's appealing to an older demographic. He's honest, he's real, and that's why we love CM Punk. And that is what it is.